So speaking about programs, do you think you can get sustained results without logging in training? Because I had this discussion with like a client, and I had this discussion with a dude in the gym because just chatting in the gym, and then it was like kind of happy with his results, but he's not really that happy. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, so what do you got today? I'll do a bit of this, do a bit of this, do a bit of that. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then like, did you do that workout last week? Like, got down the whole chatting thing, and then I'm like, so how much are you gonna lift? He's like, oh, I don't know. We'll see how we go. And I'm like, you don't log your weights?
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, not at all. And then like this dude's like, I'm not gonna say he doesn't have a bad physique.
Yep.
But his physique could be way better.
Yep.
So I'm like, there's a point where you can do.
Yeah.
What you can try, like, is that even considered training?
Yeah.
You know what? In my opinion, I'm like, is that just like smart exercise?
I'm guilty of this, so I have to approach this knowing that I do it. I know my program.
No, but that's you log your weights in your mind.
Well, I know what I did last week.
That's different. That's like me talking to you about the body, people are like, oh, professional bodybuilders don't have a program. I'm like, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's in here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because all they do is eat, sleep, and train.
Yeah.
So if your job was to eat, sleep, and train, you don't need to log on to your fucking training app.
Yeah.
Because you knew it. Because like at home, they're sitting there going,
the lat pull down's 97
for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to do this. Like they have it all. So I think for your case, like just to defend that is like I know when I'm walking up to, because like I log my weights, but then there's weeks where I don't. But I can walk straight up to the hack squat and I can go, okay, so I did 4 plates and a 1.25.
Yeah.
And I did that for 6 reps. Now I've got to do 4 plates, 1.25 for 7 reps, or I have to do a 5 kilo or 2.5, whatever. So I don't know if that's the case. Like this person's literally like not paying attention.
Not having the recall is a problem.
They're not paying attention to what they're living. So they're just living in the moment. So I think you can get a little bit of results just doing like smart exercise, we'll call it. So smart exercise is like picking movements that are specific to your goal.
Yeah.
Maybe structuring your session in a way that's okay.
Yeah.
But that's only going to take you so far. So when I look at this dude, I'm like, fuck, man, like I could, I'm like, you could look so much better.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about nutrition. He's like, and I'll just ramble off calories, macros. Yeah. And he's just like, I wouldn't even know how to calculate that. I'm like, here, this is how you do it. And I just did it. And he's just like, that's too much for me right now. So, but I just know that you can get, so like you can up until a certain point.
Yeah.
Is that where we're sitting on that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
What I find interesting is like that person. So not like if you're listening, the person listening to this right now is not this case, more than likely. But it's just like
disagree. half. I think.
What's like the point where he gets overwhelmed from doing all of the things that he needs to do and stops training? That's what I'm always curious about as well. Like on the lower end, you should have your program somewhere that you can write down what you're doing if you can't recall it. Like you should know. And I can tell you every exercise in my entire program, what I lifted this week and what I need to hit next week. If you can't do that and someone's like, you need to fucking write down all your weights, and like going to the gym is still, do you know where I'm trying to go with it? I'm not explaining it very well. If you go train more for like mental health, but you like to look good, and then I'm like, if you put all your weights in, you'll look exceptionally better. Is that enough to be like, it's hard now?
Yeah.
And then does he look worse because he misses sessions? And I'm just like, where's the threshold?
Yeah.
It's so
I don't know. I feel like that's a scenario again of just like choosing your hard though. Because I'm like, I know you like look in the mirror, bro, and like you still wish you were bigger, leaner. So I'm like,
it just fascinates me.
Yeah.
Where everyone has a limit of like, I'm not willing to do that. And where is it?
Yeah. And
like, for this guy, is it like, nah, if the training's up's too much, man.
Yeah. And that's where the more experienced I am and the more comfortable I am, I'll just hit them with the like, you get to choose your pain here, bro.
Yeah.
Like if someone's like, it's overwhelming to do all this, I'm like, cool. So overwhelming and hard to walk out of the shower with a towel on and look at yourself in the mirror?
Yeah.
Like, I would never say that to someone, but I would think it. You know what I mean? It's like, but it's true. It's it's like, knowing what I lifted last week and logging every set is hard, but it's like, it's kind of hard to not wear the clothes you want when you go out as well.
It's kind of even harder to fucking show up every day and not get progress.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get people where people come from, but then I'm also like, there's a cost of that behavior that you're still having to deal with. That's fucking hard too. Yeah. And it might not be hard, like as in, it's manually hard to punch in my numbers, but it might feel emotionally hard to not be happy with how you feel and how you look too. So you got to understand that every action has a reaction, you know?
I've got a client that's like been in prospect zone for 3 years.
Yeah.
Hey, how's training going? This is good. That's good. Like, whatever. And she did the 28-day challenge. And I'm always just like, she went like, once had a little one, went down the rabbit hole of like, fucking bone broth this, no preservative that, no sugar, no, but like, that's all cool.
Everyone's done it.
You know, you still, like, calories still determine.
Nah, man, we're not calorie meters, bro.
And it's fuck.
We're not closed systems, man. So calories don't matter, bro.
So it was like trying to just, hey, look at the Twinkie study. Hey, here's a video from Lane Norton. Maybe you should watch that. Yeah. Because I can just see you showing up to the gym 3-4 times a week. Yeah. And that's really hard to do with a sub 1-year-old. You're spending 3 hours a night cooking, trying to stave off, like, I can't remember the word, like, had diabetes while she was pregnant, so wants to make sure that that's all in check. Yep. Doctor said, keep an eye on your blood sugar, so she's checking it all the time. Like, mate, you just need to, if you just eat 2.5 grams of protein per kilo of body weight and hit your calories.
And have 20 to 30 grams of fiber a day. I don't know how big she is, but that might be too much.
Everything's going to be fucking fine. Like, so she lost 6 kilos.
Yeah.
And 8 centimeters in 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Protein up, calories obviously down. Yeah. Fat enough. Yeah. And has
phenomenal.
Continued to, like, over the last 4 weeks after that, continued to see more fat loss.
Yeah, incredible.
And she's like, she messaged me yesterday. She's like, I just bought a smoothie. She's like, I fucked up. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, I just bought a healthy smoothie and it's 1,000 calories.
Yeah, that's what
I'm like, now you can see. I'm like, this is the best lesson for you to learn.
Absolutely,
is that healthy thing fucked you.
It's like no. It's like that healthy thing is healthy in terms of the nutrients that it provides that your system, but it still doesn't excuse the fact that there's only so much energy coming in and out, and that relationship influences your body mass.
Yeah. So the reason I brought this client up is like, for that 3 years, she was like, I don't want to coach with you because it's too scary. Yeah. And I don't want to track macros because it's too overwhelming. Yeah. Like, I just want to go and, like, train legs 3 times a week and eat what I want to eat because it's too much. And then it's like, but, like, I'm sitting here going, but you're putting in so much work. Yeah.
And over that 3 years as well, like, there's moments where, like, there's hard situations. Yeah. And they may not be laborious. Yeah. They might be mentally challenging. Like, and I'm like,
it's like the progress you deserve for the effort you're making. It's just been put in the wrong direction so hard.
Yeah. And most of the,
we do it with business too. It's the same.
Absolutely. It's like, fucking oath, man. Yeah. So when we look at, like, the best case scenario and the clients that get the best results, I think, like, using giving people an understanding of how logging their weights benefits them. Yep. Like, you can identify how effective the overall plan is from someone's training performance. Yep. It's like, hey, training is not progressing over the program. Yeah. What are we doing? Sleep, hydration, nutrition, etc. Yeah. We also can, when we develop a physique, look at the training performance to see, is the body shape of the person and the performance of the program matching? Yeah. Yeah. You know, are the lifts going up in the workout? No. Is this person's glutes growing? No.
Yeah.
Let me see
Yeah.
all of your lower body sets for this week. Like, pick the hardest set.
Yeah.
Film it for me. Need to see it. Okay. We have a
Jason puts you in a dumbbell high row on a bench, and you realize you're weak as piss, and then you watch the next YouTube video, and you're like, you have no fucking rear delts.
Yeah. So then you see those videos, and then you go, oh, okay, this person's missing the mark for their technique, and then. Not only that, it's a preparation thing. Okay, you need to do these things in your warm-up to get you prepared for your session, and then it's like, oh my god, I feel that, like,
yeah, or you just don't like the exercise, you don't try hard enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's the flow on of like the benefits to tracking your progress, and then also it's like if you lifted X amount of weight and X amount of reps last week, your body's gonna go, we want to further adapt, to further improve the system. We need more. And it's not going to happen every week, but you've got to have the desire.
Yeah.
And then, when you look at over 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever, it's like, oh, you went up X amount of percent in your lifts. It's not an accident that you're X amount stronger, X amount more developed, whatever it is. So there's so many benefits to doing it. And like, I just wouldn't like to leave things on the table that could just give me information to get results. Because how many, the average person works out for an hour and goes 4 or 5 times per week.
Yeah.
Factor in 30-minute travel.
Yeah.
Right?
It's 5 to 10 hours a week.
5 to 10 hours. I'm not giving 5 to 10 hours of pain because it's tough.
Yeah.
It hurts. I'm not giving 5 to 10 hours to anything knowing that there's I'm not doing everything I can to get that return.
Yeah.
I'm just not. Just
yeah.
I'm sorry, man. There's just not a fucking chance.
Yeah.
So I just I would rather work off that and then work back down for people. But I don't know. Almost for me, that's not negotiable. If there's
tracking performance.
Yeah. It's I'll wiggle a little bit on nutrition sometimes because I'm like, okay, cool. You're just not there.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that your goals are directly going to be affected by your ability to get them. If you're not logging your training performance, I'm like, that's almost this ain't going to work.
Yeah.
It's a deal breaker, man.
It's a big part of what we do.
Yeah.
I think a big strength of ours as coaches is programming too. So if you're not going to
absolutely
apply yourself with the programming, then
you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're wasting the effectiveness of it. You may as well just download a random workout and just randomly work out.
Yeah. I know you've done it too, but I've done that in scenarios where it's you sit down with someone and it's what you're paying is for my skill set to deliver this.
Yeah. And
you're not there. Just pay for a PT session.
Yeah. You're not utilizing it. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
So I think stick to a program long enough to get an outcome and make sure you're doing all the things outside of the gym to not want a program hot when you're not receiving the results that you want. And then even for those people that maybe are not logging their workouts, there's so much benefit to doing that. And if you're someone who wants to maximize your time and your effort and your results, track your sessions.
Yeah.
And it's pretty straightforward. So yeah, I think we might leave it there. Hopefully there was enough value in that.
Body Blitz Gisborne's gonna see me on my phone in my rest periods again this week.
Yeah, I just put mine in my notes because it's quick.
Yeah,
because I'm a spend less time on your phone.
Yeah,
thing as well because I spend the rest of my life on it. So ending I missed the little end on the quote with the quote.
Had someone quote your quote in my check-in.
Fuck yeah, I love that. Oh, that pumps me up. So, hey, you know what's funny? I didn't even look at the topic and the quote, and they actually match up. So, the magic program, diet, supplement you were looking for doesn't exist. The results you want are in the effort you were leaving on the table. Work harder, be more consistent.
Yeah.
That's fucking bad.
Ouch.
Mic drop. All right, thanks for watching, guys, or listening, depending on what platform you're on. Like, share it, subscribe. We're absolutely crushing on YouTube at the moment. So, if you haven't been on there, get on there, and if you're on there, hit the subscribe button. Because we're putting heaps and heaps and heaps of work into that this year. So there's a heap of content coming. For those who haven't joined the giveaway, we're giving away 16 weeks coaching absolutely free to one lucky winner. So head to the website, join the giveaway. Jump on Instagram. You can enter through there as well. There's a pinned post on the page. Just comment the word 16. And then all the automations will come through. You'll get a DM and you'll be able to enter it. I know it's really cool. I set it up. So validate me and tell me it was awesome. And one lucky winner will be drawn on the 30th of March. So jump on. Absolutely ridiculous amount of value there. Okay. thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.